One of the other stars of the week was Marine Nationale. He won the Champion Chase off the back of his Cheltenham success. And Barry Connell joins us now to reflect on this and talk about a really bright future. Barry, welcome along. I know it hadn't been plain sailing really since the start of his chase career, but it feels like the last couple of months have been just about perfect. Well done.
Good morning, Tom. Yeah, as I've been saying to people all year, we were coming into this season basically as a novice. We had a truncated novice season. He had a little suspensory injury, so we'd only 2 runs over fences coming into this year. So we kind of had to map out a campaign where we bring him along from race to race. You know, he started low key and nascent, ran okay, and then ran 2 very good races in Leopardstown at Christmas in the DRF, and you know, improved again hugely for Cheltenham and was an 18-length winner of the Champion Chase. And obviously he's gone to Punchestown and backed that up again by winning very easily the other day.
You talked in our interview at Punchestown of him being underestimated. I mean, full disclosure, Barry, I underestimated this horse, and I think you do that when you see a champion novice hurdler then not achieve initially over fences what you think they might. And we are too quick to write them off. He then started this campaign below what he's capable of, and I was guilty of it. I think a few people are. You're just not aware of the process and the plan at home. You expect them to just come out and win races first up if they're going to be the champions they think you are. But you obviously were undeterred after the first couple of efforts this year.
Yeah. Look, we needed extra experience over fences. That was the key factor. This horse has unbelievable speed and he's a brilliant temperament. And the one missing piece of the jigsaw was to get the extra jumping experience into him. And as I say, it was a process of bringing him along. You know, he'd run in that grade 3 before. He ran in the 2 grade 1s in Leopardstown. And you know, you're right. It's probably the media nowadays moves on very quickly, and you know, horses can slip from the forefront of people's minds if they're not winning every day of the week, as you say.
Well, he's bang in the forefront now off the back of Punchestown and Cheltenham as well. You talked of, you know, what you want to achieve going forward this horse and go back and first port of call, obviously not first race, but first major target is to retain the Champion Chase title at Cheltenham. How do you approach next season, do you think, Barry? Sort of first up run and then the route onto the spring?
Yeah, I mean, the campaign maps itself out. The only race that might be up for grabs or decision is the first race. He obviously doesn't want soft ground. He's a better horse on good ground. So he'll run the summer. He might run back in that race in Naas again, and then he'll run in all the same races, the 2 Leopardstown races, Cheltenham and back to Punchestown. And it should be more straightforward this year because he has the jumping experience now. You know, our plan is to go back and retain the crown. And what we're hoping to do, look, we may be shooting for the stars here, is maybe try and win 3 and emulate Badsworth Boy, who won 3 in the early 80s. I was there with my college friends back in the early 80s, and you know, that 2-mile race just always captured my imagination. It's I think the ultimate race of the festival. So I think this horse has all the attributes you need to be a really successful Champion Chase horse. His speed is very, very good. I think on the your own race IQ data, like his jumping was slightly above average, but his finishing speed in the last 3 furlongs was better than anybody else, and that's what he does. He races behind the bridle. We see it in the bits of work at home. He has about 6 gears, and he'll only ever go through them when you ask him. So when he was pulled out turning into the straight, he had about 4 lengths to make up, and did that easily enough, and then landed full of running at the last and picked up and sprinted. And he absolutely loves Cheltenham. You know, he comes alive over there. And, you know, he's been there twice, won twice. And for a horse that kind of people think he's been around for a long time, he's only ever had 12 runs in his life. He's 8 years of age, so he's just entering his prime at this stage. You know, having improved from race to race all season, he's finished on a really high note, both mentally and physically, and he's going out to grass this week in great shape. You know, we'll look forward to him for next year. It's going to take a good horse to beat him in Cheltenham next March.
You make it really exciting. Like you make his campaigning very exciting because you talk of what you want to achieve. There were so many people that text me or contacted me in the build-up and after his Supreme Novices win who were saying, Barry said he was going to go and win that, and he did, and people loved that. And you know, you're setting lofty ambitions, targets for this horse, which again is something that the public buy into. It comes with risks, obviously, if it doesn't pan out, but people love it.
Yeah, look, I mean, this game it's an entertainment. It's a sport, it's entertainment, and people like to see the best horses taking each other on. And the only reason I'm doing what I'm doing with this horse is I have the utmost confidence in his ability. And in the run up to the Punchestown race, Factifile was keen to take us on, and look, my attitude was, we're the champion chaser. If you want to have a go, bring him on. You know, I think it's good for the game. I wouldn't be making these claims for the horse if I didn't think he was capable of doing it, and, you know, putting myself under pressure and coming out with egg in my face.
Well, yeah. Look, I guess the thing is, let's hope he stays fit and well, and yeah, we can't wait to see him. Can't wait to see him next year. Barry, thanks ever so much.
Okay, Tom. Thanks very much.